historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Back 60.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
First throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Cut back in. 50
Here's Hurts to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 27, Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Thomas. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Thomas. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Thomas. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Ready? 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he will score. Touchdown. Touchdown, Vikings. DeAndre Swift with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Justin Jones there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he's got room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Thomas to throw on 2nd down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here's Thomas from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Ross on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. On first down, Thomas. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Thomas. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
Ready, break. 3,
This is Swift on the counter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Hurts. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Thomas forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw is Thomas. To throw on 3rd down. He's going to have the first down and then some. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
That's good. We're on Green Bay Packers. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Thomas. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Looking to throw. Thomas. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be aggressive.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do your offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to the end zone real fast.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Throwing on 2nd down. Thomas over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Thomas now from the gun on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. He's going to let this one go deep. And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Thomas.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
19 tight, 19 tight. 7 timers, 7 timers. Dragon 60.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Swift.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter time. And that's off the right upright. thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. They've got his man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Now Jones. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Here's Jones. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Back to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Thomas to Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Thomas on first down. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts, throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be out right at the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
On first down, Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the 39, Hurts. On the out route, he's got Thornton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Let's go. 60.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel.